So this is the second part of the video. The first part was virtual entity, how we can create it, how we can map the data and all. And now in this video, we are going to see how to create SQL database in Azure and how we are going to connect with the Microsoft SQL. So for that, you just have to go to portal.azure.com with your account, and here in the search SQL database, and see in order to use the SQL database, either we need to have the premium account or we can create a free trial instance. So I'm going to create a free trial instance. Click on start free. Now we have two conditions here actually. If your account is older than 1 year, then you are not going to be eligible for Azure free account. So make sure your account is below 1 year, or it's better you can create a new account for this. Here it is not eligible, so I'm going to create a new account. So the same thing, you have to go to portalazure.com. First of all, you create your Outlook account, log into the Azure portal and click on the start. So once you click on the start, what will happen is it will take you to this interface I have already created. So I'm just showing the snapshot. It will take you to this this interface, and you have to just fill your details, numbers and all. Then you go to the next. In the next, again it will show you like how much the credit will be given for you to use in 30 days and how many services and all, just basic stuffs. Next, they'll ask you to just hold up a minute. Then in the third one, they'll ask you to provide the card details in order to because it's free trial after 1 month, something like that. Just give your card details. And the next ones, after deducting the money, it will take some time to confirm whether you are eligible for this account or not. Wait for a minute. Once this is done, either it will show you like this one, that you are not eligible, but now as you have created the new account, so it will show as you are ready to start with the Azure. Now you are done, you have created the Azure account. So now click on go to the Azure portal. Now once you click on this, you'll come to this interface. Azure, Microsoft Azure. This is the home. Now we are going to start the process to create SQL database. Here I have already created one database, SQL demo, but now I'm going to show you to create one more. So just click on, first you have to search SQL database, go to the create, and in the create, here you see this, I have already created one, that's why it is showing. So you just have to go to the new and give any name like test. Okay, resource group, and what is the name you want to give? Let's give it as test2, and server name, see these are already created one, so just ignore this one. We are going to create a new server, which create new and give the name as dynamics power April. Okay, now coming to the authentication, how do you want to use this one? So do you want to make it as a SQL authentication? See, when you open this SQL, when you try to connect it, it will ask you whether you want to go with the SQL Server authentication or multi-factor authentication or password. A lot of options are there. So I am just going to choose the SQL Server authentication. So here let's choose SQL authentication. You can go with anyone, it's your choice. And here you need to give the name. So we can give it the name as April, whatever, April, see April 15 or 16. Password, give it as anything. Confirm password. Now you remember this server admin name, whichever you are giving here, and the password, the same thing you have to give here when you try to connect it. Here this one is existing one, and here you have to give the password. Okay, this server name will be available once the database is created. This is just for the showing purpose, ignore it. Now we are going to go, this is done. Okay, here it should be, all should be small, April and D. So now once this is done, you have created your admin name and password, so click OK. Now the next part here is standard. See, by default it is giving you 250 GB, and if you see the price, it is 1156, which is too costly. So we are not going to go for the production and all. We'll just go with the basic one, So you come here and select the type as basic, apply, and here you can see the amount is reduced to 384. So this part is also done now. We'll move to the next one, networking. Now here I want it to be the public. I do not want it to private, so that anytime, yeah, I can connect it with the Microsoft SQL, or if my friend want, they can just, I'll just give the server name and they'll be able to connect it. So public, and here also like whether they can connect with the IP address or not. To allow this thing, I'm just going to mark it as yes. Now this is done. Go to the next, start free trial, next. Okay, additional settings, next. See here we have now review and create. So once you click on this one, it will start creating the database. You will see here it will come. Okay, sorry, you need to click on create again. Now it is validating. So first it will validate all the details whichever we have given is correct or not. Once it is validated, it will start initializing the step. So initializing deployment. Now it may take some around 2 to 5 minutes to create the database. So see, deployment in progress. Here one by one it will create so many things, and I'll just ignore it. After 5 minutes, if you come and check, you will be able to see your SQL database. So if I go to SQL database, currently this one is still building. Refresh it, one thing is done. Like this, so many things will come. So once this is done, you'll again come to the SQL database, go here, and now here you can see you'll be able to see the server name is given, your connection string is given, your status, and all the details will be given here. And if you want to change any property, then here you have settings, should be here, activity logs, yeah, connection strings and all properties. In the property you can change those things. So the important thing is this one, server name, copy it, and the admin name and password whichever we gave. So we are just going to open SQL now, and we are going to check here. Let's see if it's done or not. Okay, it's still deployment in progress. So SQL, and this one you should download it from its, you can just go to Microsoft page, and you can download this studio. Now here this server name we are going to copy from here, this one, and paste it here. Close it here. We are going to post it here. Now in the SQL Server authentication, which I told you there, we have this one only we choose. Now if you have chosen multi-factor authentication or anything, you have to select the different one. And this is the login, this is the password. There I gave some dynamics April, like that. Same thing you have to give here, and you just click on connect. Now it will be connected. Now here inside this we'll see all the databases. Okay, so if you go to the database, system database, not this one, SQL demo. So this one I have already created one. You just click on this one and you'll be able to create a new database. Now in this database I have also created some tables as well. So if you go to tables, you can see dbo.ticket, dbo.details, and also this is how we are going to connect our how we are going to create Azure database, Azure SQL database, and how we are going to update or perform the operations from here. So you can just go to this just to check it. You can select top 1000 rows, and you'll be able to see if there is any records existing here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here Raj and all. So these are existing. From here again you can write your insert into table, and you can give the values and it will be updated. So this is all about Azure database. Now in the next video I'm going to tell you how we are going to use this SQL database from Azure to connect with a Microsoft Dynamics 365 virtual entity. So more in the next part. Bye.